Breaking news tonight. The Baltimore City School CEO, Dr. Sonja Santelises, has been offered a new contract as her current contract is about to expire.
As voted on tonight, the board is eager to engage in a contract extension with Dr. Sonja Santelises.
Well, in a vote of 8-1, the Baltimore City School Board voted and offered Dr. Santelises a one-year contract, shorter than the standard four-year contract. The only member who voted against it was Vice Chair Chantel Roberts. Now, the vote was added to the board's agenda less than 2 hours before tonight's meeting. For now, it ends speculation over whether Dr. Santelises would stay on as CEO.
I want to thank Team City Schools just for the work that has led us to the point where we do see an increased trajectory of outcomes for our young people, but we still have a good amount of work before us.
We remain committed to collaborating with you and all stakeholders as we work to improve outcomes for each of our children and families.
Dr. Santelises' current contract is set to expire June 30th, and the board had offered few details about the stalled negotiations through media reports, though media reports indicate that delay was because of a disagreement over the length of the contract. Good evening, I'm Kai Jackson. Tonight, we are joined by Project Baltimore's Chris Papps, who has been investigating Baltimore City Schools for 7.5 years, nearly the entire time Dr. Santelises has been CEO. Chris, do we know how much Dr. Santelises will make under this one-year deal?
Yes, well, good evening, Kai. Santelises is going to make the same that she made this year, which is her base salary is about $349,000. But as Project Baltimore has been reporting leading up to this contract being signed, is that when you add in all of her perks, such as deferred retirement compensation, cashing in of paid time off, and her car allowance, she's just around $500,000, $500,000 in total compensation as a CEO.
And Chris, the CEO mentioned the increased trajectory of student outcomes. Yesterday, Project Baltimore reported that only 40.8% of ninth graders are what's known as on track to graduate. How does that factor in?
Yeah. And that's down from 56% who were on track to graduate last year. This has really been one of the main criticisms of Dr. Santelises in the 8 years that she has been CEO is student achievement. And many people would consider a main indicator of a school's success being its graduation rate. Well, in 2016, Kai, when Dr. Santelises became City School CEO, the city's graduation rate was slightly better than it is now 8 years later. So after 8 years of Dr. Santelises, the school system's graduation rate is just a little bit lower than it was. Now, overall attendance is also lower now than it was 8 years ago. Attendance lower. You also have chronic absenteeism, the dropout rate. Those are actually higher, Kai, now than they were when Dr. Santelises started in 2016. Now, her first few contracts, those were for 4 years. That's how we got to this 8-year mark, and now this new contract is just for 1 year.
All right. Chris Papps, our Project Baltimore investigator. As always, Chris, thank you. I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.